What's going on, everybody? Applersky back with another Platinum Trophy guide. This one I didn't have planned, but I figured, it's a day one launch on PlayStation Network, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It's a lot different of a game for me as far as trophy guides are concerned. The first one of this type, I would say, so kind of experimental on this first part. It does run a little bit long, but I was kind of trying to get my bearings and get used to the game and kind of what I was looking for. There's collectibles and stuff like that, so pretty straightforward game overall, I would say, so far. I love the art style, love the music. Absolutely am loving this game so far. I haven't beat it, just spent some time doing this first part of the trophy guide for you guys, so hopefully you all enjoy, and by the end of it, if you're not subscribed, maybe you consider doing so, and everyone else, please hit that like button. So with that being said, I'm going to let the intro play out and then we'll jump into the actual guide. Alright, so I couldn't pass that up. That intro was so beautiful with that music. I figured I'd have to leave it in there, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that, but also giving you the option to skip ahead to the guide proper. So as soon as you gain control after the intro, you're going to want to just kind of head to your left, and you'll see this area here with these lanterns. You're going to want to ride through them to turn them on, and it's going to bring the sand levels down and open up a new path for you. Now, go through that path, and you're going to find your first collectible of the game. These are called steles, and they kind of offer lore into the game itself. There's no dialogue in the game, so those help with kind of reading along, figuring out the overall world. Now, here, you're going to want to follow the rocks, kind of like just follow my pathway here up to the top, and we're gonna find our first chest. Now there's tons of chests in the game, and they provide currency for you to upgrade your character, which all lead to achievements, trophies, but I'm not going to be showing like all of the chests because you don't need to collect all of them. Just keep an eye out for them, because you're going to want to collect as much currency, just trying to keep the guide as short as possible. So that's the first one you'll come across. And then once you get over this area here, like I said, just follow the red flags. Those always kind of indicate that there's something, a point of interest. Alright, and once you come to this structure, you're going to reach your first cleanse spot. and that's kind of like the overall objective of the game, is kind of cleansing this, I guess, which was once a very watery area, had turned to desert. I don't really know why. I've only done the first 2 levels so far, so, and it's kind of a game, if you played Journey, Abzu, you know, it's kind of the way the narrative is put together, kind of, it's a visual storytelling, you know what I'm saying? So we'll get there. By the end of the guide, we'll hopefully understand it a bit more. But I mean, you gotta tip your cap to these guys for the visual art style here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't, you know, sometimes I would just try to do this guide, I would get lost just kind of exploring the world and trying to find collectibles and stuff, and had a really good time doing it. That's why I decided to do the guide. So here you're going to come across your first vendor, which you can exchange coins to purchase upgrades. So we're going to get our first upgrade here and our first half pipe. But before we do that, we're going to go to the left over here and grab our first secret shell. There's a total of 10 of them in this level, so I found them all. Took me quite a bit of time. This game is not long. Also here you get like your first crack at the half pipe here, which is a little bit hard to do at first, but by the end of the level I was pretty fluent with it. And then you're going to exchange your coins for the vendor. You don't get a trophy for this one for your first upgrade, but you can unlock your tricks here, and you do them by holding L1 and pressing the face buttons. Now that's going to open up a new pathway for you there, and now we're into a whole new huge kind of like vast area. And once you get into this area, you're going to want to stick to the left, and you'll come across this area here, and just go around in a circle, activate all the lamps, and then it'll basically lower the sand. Or actually this one, it'll bring up the jellyfish. So this is going to be your first like introduction to the jellyfish. They're like bounce off points, really super fun. You get some really cool tricks with them in here. And cleanse spot number 2 also. This is beautiful. Kind of reminds me of Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, when you like cleanse the land. It has kind of that vibe to it. But yeah, you're going to use these jellyfish to get up to the top of the waterfall, and you're going to find stele number 2. Stele, however you want to pronounce it. And before we're done here, we're going to knock out 3 trophies in one. So just bounce off of these jellyfish here and keep doing different tricks. Like just keep spamming the trick button as you're hitting the jellyfish. As long as you don't hit the ground, you should come away with 3 trophies here, no problem. And what they are, it's one for a 5 times combo, a 10 times combo, and a 20 times combo. So you'll see here, nice combo for 5, cool combo for 10, and awesome combo for 20. You'd probably earn those naturally throughout, but I figured why not knock them out early right there in one spot. And then here, down at the bottom, there's a little secret pathway to the right of the waterfall, and that's going to be your next secret shell, which is the second one of the level. Moving on, after you exit that area, again, stick to your left. It's a good idea to use these red flags as kind of like, follow the red flags because they always lead to something. As you can see, some up this hill over here. The game is really like open, and I really wasn't surprised. I was really actually surprised by that. I thought it was going to be more like linear, like pathways, but it's very open. And this leads you to another cleanse point here. You could miss this one. You could actually finish the level. The level is without cleansing the whole area, but there's a trophy for cleansing the entire area for each level that you go to. And it unlocks new pathways and new ways to get to like collectibles and stuff. Now this is your first tile. What they do is you activate them and they'll give you coins. You get a trophy for that too. So I'm not going to showcase them all again like with the chests because you don't have to collect them all, but there is a trophy for collecting 10 of those as well, which I earn in this level. I'll show you it a bit later on. Now you're going to, after bringing the sand down to this area, it opens up to this new area here. And again, going back to how surprising, like how massive the game, like the levels are, I was really shocked. You can get through them rather quickly, but if you take your time, like from what I've heard from other people saying they beat it in about 3 hours. Plus, there's a speedrun trophy for beating it under 2. So it lets you know how short the game can be, but to 100% and get all the collectibles, it takes a lot longer than that. I spent like a good probably hour and 20 minutes in this level. That's another cleanse spot there. Trying to find all the collectibles and also Stele number 3, the blade. Don't forget to grab that one and then head to your right to the newly opened pathway for the next area. But yeah, I don't look at guides when I just make my own, right? So it takes me a little while to find all the collectibles, make sure I don't miss any. What I'll do is I'll look up, how many are in each level, and I'll just go out and find them on my own. That's kind of how I come up with my guides. Now right here, this one's easy to miss, but it's cleanse area number 5, and it opens up this cool wall ride area, and it leads you to your 3rd secret shell of the level. Now, came back to the vendor to kind of get my bearings because I got lost for a little while. So it's a kind of a good spot to kind of use as a landmark. So if you go back to the vendor and then head out to the right, you'll find this area here, which is your next cleanse spot, number 6. And this is going to open up that doorway up top and open up a new mechanic, which is the kelp floating. So like if you hold X, you'll like float up the kelp, see? But before doing that, go over to this area behind you and grab Stele number 3, Cycle is Broken. Once you've grabbed that, jump back on the kelp, get familiar with the controls, and then head through the doorway to a new area, which is a really cool like speed run kind of half pipe. I don't know if you guys are skateboarders or surfers or snowboarders or what, but if you are, I mean that adds a lot to this game. I've been a skateboarder and snowboarder for the better part of a decade, so it adds a little flair, and that's kind of what drew me to this game to begin with, is kind of like the skateboarding aspect of it, even though it's a little bit more like snowboarding, I would say. But he's doing the flip tricks, the tray flips, the kick flips, some grab moves. And that right there, that'll lead you to another cleanse area and a cool wall ride section. I love the wall rides, the way they feel. It's pretty cool. And then the fish floating, it's just really cool art design. So that'll lead you to a new area here, directly into a cleanse number 8 spot that you can't miss, and you have to do this one anyways for this to progress in the story. And that's going to lower the sand and open up this like building structure, and there's like a little half pipe in the middle, and this is a story spot. Like you have to get into that area to move along. But I'd spent some time up here in this area because there's a lot of those tiles that I was mentioning earlier. You can rack up quite a bit of coin there. Now inside the building there's a little half pipe. Again, and a loop-de-loop too, which is pretty cool. Woo! Just try to get familiar with the half pipe controls because they are a little bit different than your regular, surfing out in the open world. And right here, this craggy area is going to be cleanse spot number 9. This is a missable one. Opens up like this whale carcass where you can kind of like grind, do some like front boards, back lips, grind moves on the whale bones there. And then the chains are also a really good reference point if you get lost. I know I do a lot of cuts in this video to try to like save time. But the chains are always a good thing to use to like navigate, like to get back to certain areas. This is just kind of showcasing how, like, where you're going to be going. Like I said, it's not really a tutorial per se. It's more of a collectibles, like, trophy guide. But some of I will be showing some navigation of the main story path as well. Once you get to this area here, again, this is just showing you like kind of like how to get up to like the main story areas. It's just a blast bouncing off those jellyfish. Now here, once you get to this door, you're gonna make a right. This is a linear story path. But right here, once you come out of it, there's a bunch of lanterns you're gonna wanna light up, and this is gonna like lower the sand. Oh no, it brings up jellyfish. Okay, this part's really cool. There's a bunch of things we can get done here, a bunch of collectibles. So use the jellyfish to make your way to the top. This would be like probably even easier spot to get the combos, but not knowing about the spot, I figured I'd knock it out early. Cleanse spot number 10. This is going to bring water into the area, and this is unmissable. It's part of the story. Adds greenery to the rooftops, and the orcas come in, the killer whales, and there's a trophy actually coming up too for riding on one of the orcas. So once you're done with that, just jump on an orca and it'll automatically jump on its back, and you'll get the trophy for Orca Rider. And you can kind of just float around as long as you want on there. It's really cool, those spinning fish, the school of fish up there. And then here's another vendor. If I wanted to, I could have upgraded in this level to upgrade the next set of abilities. I didn't. I do it on the second level, but I was more focused on like how I was going to structure the guide and finding all the collectibles in this one. So in the future parts, you'll see it's going to be a lot more streamlined and structured. So, but before we leave this area, you're going to want to jump on those jellyfish and find those open windows off to the left to grab the stele number 4 there. Don't forget that. And then back, jumping on the jellyfish, we're going to get up on these rooftops, which took me by surprise. I didn't really think, we could get up here, but really cool. Like I said, the game's really surprising me on how open it is and how big the areas are and how many secrets there are. So this orca here, you're going to have to wait because this is going to get you to one of the secret shells. So jump on the orca's back, wait on the rooftop. It takes a little while for one to get up there, and he's going to veer off to the left. And as soon as you can make that jump, make it and grab secret shell number 4. Then go ahead and jump back down, but we're not done up here yet. So head over to your right. You can kind of use this spot to get your bearings. So yeah, like I said, go over to your right, get up here on the rooftop here. Just don't go off the edge like I almost did. Don't worry, you can't die. If you fall off the edge, it'll just kind of respawn you. Now, what we need to do is get to those 2 pillars down to your bottom left. So jump down here into the water And the first time I failed, so I had to get some speed. It's a pretty far jump. You make that jump, get to this one, and it'll grab you secret shell number 5. And to get back, you're going to want to make this jump here. And then go through that tunnel, and it'll take you back to this spot here, which is basically right from where we started off, jumping. Now, this spot I like to use as a point of reference, this chain spot. You're going to grind that chain, jump off to your left to this water area, and then jump down here to your right, or to your left, and then go to your right into this cave, and you'll grab secret shell number 6. I know that's a little bit confusing, but once you get into the level, and you'll understand where that spot is. It's like I said, just follow the chains, and you'll be able to find it. This one is a little confusing too. I just didn't really have the footage to showcase like a point of reference, but up there, like you could see to the top left, is a chain, and there's that statue there. So use those kind of like as landmarks. And then once you get to this part, we're gonna be jumping over here to this cliffside. Jump up here, jump to your left, and there's a red flag. Now we're gonna hit a wall ride here, a little backside wall ride, to get to the next secret shell, which is number 7. I wish there was an option to choose goofy or regular, because I skate goofy. It would feel, I'd feel more comfortable, but either way, that's not what the game's about. So wall ride back over, get back into this area here. Once you see that structure with the stairs and that open doorway over there, you're going to want to go in there, and that's going to be a little secret area called the trick attack area. It's the first one of the game. So activate that, and basically you have it's just like a trick attack, like a Tony Hawk type of challenge. You got to score 8,000 points in 30 seconds. It's very easy. I did it first try, but I started kind of messing up towards the end, and I barely got it done. But like I said, once you get a hang of like the half pipe controls, you'll be busting out huge combos in no time. See, I was having trouble coming back into the transition, but I got a hang of it now, so I'm not worried. And the camera too, you gotta, like, it doesn't follow your character. You have to move it with you, so make it easier to see. And that gives you a speed boost, that gold thing in the middle. See, I was coming down to the wire here, and I couldn't get like enough air, but I got it right here. Boom. 10,000, shattered it. 10,423. And then you get awarded a bunch of coins, so make sure before you leave the area to grab those. And then once you're done there, head on out. And again, we're going to be following the red flags. Now, once you get into this middle structure here, there's a vendor there, but there's this window up here, and I wanted to just show you because this is, like I said, the tile trophy. This is where I earned it. Well, it was actually a different one, but I wanted to show you that little secret area with the title, but I got the tile trophy in this first mission here as well. I didn't get the chest one because, to be honest, like I seen a bunch of chests and I didn't even go for them because I was trying to, again, get all the actual collectibles. So right here, what you're going to do, you're going to want to activate these 2 lamps to put water into these fountains, and it's going to open the gate. That way you can cleanse the area, and that'll be the final cleanse spot of the level. Keep in mind, like I said earlier, some of the cleansing areas are, you don't have to do them to complete the level, but you do have to do them all to get the trophy per level. There's 1 per level for cleansing the entire map. So you hit that one there. It'll open up. And once you go down there and cleanse it, then you'll get the trophy. You'll unlock the trophy for cleansing the region. You see me messing around with the half pipe still. And that's cleanse the veiled sea once you cleanse it. And then once you do, it'll show a little cutscene, and this is going to actually open the path to the next level. But we're not going to actually leave the level just yet. There's a few more collectibles we got to grab. And by cleansing the whole map, now we have access to go ahead and grab all of the rest of the collectibles. There's not too many, but a few more. And actually, this part surprised me too. You'll see. I'll explain more when we get to that point. But it's going to open up the doorway. Don't go through there. That exits the level. You're going to want to grab these last few collectibles before we leave. And there's a hidden trophy as well. So make a left out here with where the dolphin's at. See, now we're cooking. Now it looks beautiful. There's water everywhere, dolphins swimming everywhere, all kinds of kelp. So once you find this waterfall with these kelp things here, follow the kelp up to the next one, and up there you're going to want to get to the top of this waterfall, because it opens up. This is what I was talking about. There's like actually a whole new area back there in the back, and there's a couple collectibles back there, and also a hidden trophy. So go straight down this pathway, and this is going to be stele number 6, and this is the final stele of the level. Now back over in this area, don't go off the waterfall. We're going to head to our left first. We are going to go down there, but first we're going to head over here to this pathway on our left. Follow the red flags. Kind of interesting. We cleansed the whole map, but this part, I mean, I guess it's so high up it doesn't really need to be cleansed, but yeah, there's some hidden things over here. So we're going to want to jump over to this pathway here, and then jump down. Just follow these broken pathways. And there's multiple ways to get to certain points. Also, I've noticed. Now there, you're going to want to, instead of going to the end of that last platform, you're going to want to hit a left, and there's this platform here that you're going to want to come all the way down to the end of. Now, see way down there, it's kind of hard to see, there's a red flag waving. I found this by accident, actually. That looks like it's not part of the map, right? Well, it is. So if you just jump down here, don't worry about fall damage. Jump down here, make a left, and secret shell number 8 will be waiting for you in that cave. Then go through the little tunnel to spawn back up on top. Now, using this as a point of reference, you're going to want to go to your left from that spot, and there will be these pathways here. Follow them. Jump down into this area. Don't fall off. I mean, you can get back up if you do, but just for time purposes, go this way. Come up again. Red flags marking your area. And then there's this waterfall here. Now, there's a chest over here. You can go ahead and grab that. Like I said, I wasn't going to show you all the chests, but a few here and there, probably, just super hidden ones, maybe. Now jump down here. I found this by accident too. This is going to lead to the secret trophy for the level, which is finding a frog that's like in a cairn. So you're going to go way down here, and then use your little pulse thing to activate that, and you'll get Desert Rain Frog. It's a hidden trophy for the level, and I believe there's one frog per level, one different type of frog. Now this I found by accident too, because I fell off, and when I was falling I noticed it looked like there was something down there, so I went ahead and I made the jump. Just use your shadow so you know that you're going to make the landing. Boom. And then this is going to bring you to secret shell number 9. Go through here. It's going to spawn you back up at the top where you came from. Now, you're going to want to go straight and then head to it. One of these pillars with the chains is kind of like a point of reference, and go to this one on your left. So like the left of the main area. And then instead of grinding that one to lead to the end of the level, make a right here to this kind of like flat deserty area, and you'll find the final secret shell of the level, number 10. And you'll also earn a trophy for that, Veiled Seashell Collector. Now that's pretty much it for this level. We're going to go ahead and jump on this chain in style, grind our way back to the end of the level. If you like the guide so far and you're new here, consider subscribing, because I'm going to do the whole game. And for everyone else that's been with me, like, comment, the more the merrier, and we'll pick it up again, and we'll probably do 2 sections for the next part of the guide. I want to try to keep it short and get it out to you guys as quick as possible. Thanks again for watching. It's been Applerski, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.